You Allah, you wonderful people, welcome to the channel. It's Rad. And I just have my coffee ready. Just give me a moment here. Cheers. You know, just a quick caveat here. A few months ago, I found a Italian shop that is selling an Italian coffee. A few brands of Italian coffee actually, and I have that brand which the coffee is extremely bitter. I love bitter coffee. Okay, actually it's so bitter that I think that I can compare it with the bitterness of the souls of all of my exes. It's just as bitter as the souls of all of my exes. In any case, welcome to the stream. Tonight we are going to look into the week that we are one step into, and that is the week July 8th up until July 14th, 2024. Hello Yarabi, welcome to the stream. And the cards which I drew for that particular week, that was a few hours ago. You can look at them on the thumbnail. But I'm going to show them to you in any case, as per usual. Now, the first one, that is the Four of Wands. The second one, that is Two of Pentacles. And the third one, that's going to be the Ace of Pentacles. And that should be a really good week. Now, Pisces Moonbeam kind of like was very eager. I was barely woke up when I kind of like saw her message. Are we doing the weekly tonight? Because it's a huge week. There are so many things happening on the sky. Hello, Yarabi. And yeah, it's gonna be a big week, I would rather say. Now, interesting thing is that we do have two neutrals. I'm not gonna bore you with the elements of dignities, but bottom line here for these cards, it is that within this week we are going to finalize an important cycles of developments into our current undertaking. So you can consider that's going to be a week where the things are getting much more serious than before. Things are actually traversing into the next stage, so to speak, whether a next stage of relationship, whether a next stage of some kind of a project, and so on and so forth. Now, however, there is a plus and there is a minus to it. Now, the things are going to go into the next stage exactly as planned and exactly as expected, so to speak. Now, the problem it is that some of the expected plan execution actually is going to be to a bit of a detriment to the development. What I mean, it is that concepts which were good at, say, the initial planning on the undertaking, they aren't exactly good anymore, or they aren't exactly in flux with the development of the undertaking itself. And nonetheless, they are going to take place, and that will cause a bit more of a hassle, a bit more of an inconvenience, a bit more of a drama, a bit more of a lack of harmony, so to speak. Some people may not make as much money as they could, but they are going to make as much as they are expecting. That's what I am trying to say here. Okay, so you're going to make as much as you are expecting, but you're going to see that you could have gone for more if we were, because I am actually falling into this as well, if we were a bit more, so to speak, agile and adaptable. Okay, so that's really the issue here within the week, is that due to our ossified ways, we won't be able to take the 100% potential, but the potential we take is going to be a good one. So that was the collective, and now there are going to be 12 readings, just as this one for each star sign. I'm going to run down the ecliptic, meaning that I'm going to start with Aries and I'm going to end up with a Pisces. Now bear in mind, those are going to be readings for the star signs, so depending on how strong one star sign is in your chart, what house it falls into, and so on and so forth, will determine how this reading is going to affect you, but very seldom those reading happens to be a direct answer to whatever concerns and whatever questions you do have. So use that information more as a guidance than anything else. However, if you do wish your personal issues, your personal situations and troubles to be a subject of my interpretation, my tarot cards, you can go to my website, which link you can find in the description down below. And there at the very front page, you can see a full list of my services and as well their pricing. Now, other than that, if you do enjoy the show and you do wish to support us, you can do so using either a super chat or a PayPal. The link for the PayPal you will find in the description down below as well. And anyone who does so, you guys are going to get a reading at the end of the stream. That's pretty much guaranteed. Just like News Devon did. News Devon, thank you for the £5. Thank you, News Devon. Let me put you into the list. And once that is done, Aries is going to follow next. Okay, so Aries first. You can track which star sign I'm reading for by the glyph being displayed here. All right, first one for Aries, Three of Pentacles. Followed by the Ten of Swords. And the third one, that's going to be the Ten of Wands. It's a bail out, okay? There are going to be someone, or it could be also an entity like a group of people, organization, or so on and so forth, which is going to bail you out of an inevitable action, so to speak, or inevitable choice that you will have to make, which will put you in a precarious situation, so to speak. Okay, and this bailout is gonna manifest itself as a support of your development moving forward. So I think that is let me give you an example. That is a bailout if you are marked to be fired, all right, and you get a bailout from that and you don't get fired, all right. Or if you are marked to be left alone, that's a bailout of you not being left alone. Or if you are about to be scammed, that's a bailout of not being scammed, and so on and so forth. So someone or an entity is going to step up for you, okay, and is going to stand for you, and that's going to be huge support for your further development. This step up, though, is going to be accompanied with a fair share of criticism, what you can do better, right? So it's going to benefit you a lot if you actually listen to it. And also it will require some cooperation as well. Christina, thank you for the five US dollars. Thank you, Christina. Let me put you into the list. All right. So that is Aries. Now moving on next, we do have Taurus. You, Christina, are going to have a reading at the end of the stream. So if you can't stay up until that point, you can watch it on a replay. The Sun for Taurus. Then is the King of Swords. After that, it is the Lovers. You're welcome on Mass Science. Vlad Tepes, right? I mean, Vlad the Dracula. Uh, it's a right choice. At some point, you will make the rightest choice in your life into this week. Or let's not put it in your life, okay? So let's not be that dramatic, but maybe within the year, right? So you're gonna make the rightest choice within this year, and the consequences of this are first difficulties and problems wiped away, completely decimated, right? Second, harmony. I mean that you are going to be in a super big harmony with your surroundings, with people around you, with your colleagues, with your friends, and so on and so forth. Third, mending. Mending in a sense of the conflicts with a dire people to your life. People that you love, people that you care about, and that they care about you. Should there be any conflicts there, settled. And everybody is gonna be left happy from all that. Fourth, everything that it is a part of your life will make sense in your life. What I mean is that it's going to contribute for your life instead of being a leech. And fifth, a super big expanding energies of growth out there should you follow though your natural development. What I mean is that is a week where if you have to push it, it's most likely going to be a shade. Okay. All right. Moving next, that's going to be Gemini. Hello, Say. Welcome to the stream. Five of Swords. Page of Swords. You're welcome, Yes Devon. Six of Cups. There is so many ways how this thing can manifest itself, how can develop. But what these cards speaks about is overreach, which overreach is going to cost trust. For example, someone may overstep their boundaries with you and kind of like betrays the trust you're placing in this person, or it could be vice versa. It could be that you overstep your boundaries with a person or with someone, and that completely destroys the trust that this person has in you. But these cards do speak about a betrayed trust should a conflicts are fed. So this is how things are going to start up. There is going to be a certain dispute throughout the week. That could be a dispute with a colleague, it could be with a family member, with your boss, for example. And this dispute is not going to make any sense. I mean, it's going to make sense for you from your side and from them from their side, but their side for you ain't going to make any sense, and your side for them ain't going to make any sense, all right? And trying to push your agenda, trying to push your side on them, it's not gonna work. Only thing that is gonna do is make you kind of cross certain lines, vice versa as well. So the best thing you can do, Gemini, avoid conflicts, or if you can't, ignore them completely. Instead, focus on the bright side of things, no matter how hard that could be, in terms of a enjoying the small things in life into the upcoming week. That is going to contribute significantly for putting a barrier where you can overstep your boundaries. So it's going to be a bit of a rough week here. Now on the plus side, when it comes to a personal development, should you have some unique thoughts, some unique ideas that no one else shares with you, they can be definitely pushed forward. Okay, moving next, that's going to be Cancer. Two of Cups, Three of Wands, Five of Wands. I don't think that this develops in your intimate life. Well, it can, but if it does, it pretty much is already over there, right? So what these cards are talking about is that you are going to be presented with an opportunity to develop further. For example, an opportunity to get a bigger position at work, an opportunity to work on a bigger project, an opportunity to excel. I will put it that way. Now, the bigger problem, or the humongous problem from it, is that you cannot bring those you are working with you there. And in a social circle, now that I think of, you do have a super tidy and close environment there, like you are like a family with 3 other people, and only you are getting a certain invitation and none of them does, which is a huge thing as a place to go. And you have to go by yourself. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to leave other people feeling betrayed, but definitely is going to put some sort of an egotistical issue in the relationships that you do have wherever that opportunity presents itself. And the hard truth here, guys, it is that you do deserve it and you do need it. I mean, if you don't take it, it will be like a magic circles. I mean, you are going to do the same thing over and over again, walking that already established patterns you have with no progress whatsoever. So at some point, someone has to be forlorn. And in order not to be you, you need to take that opportunity that is coming your way. Okay, next, that will be Leo. The Hermit. 7 of Wands. Knight of Swords. Uniqueness is for you. I don't know how to even say it. So that week you are going to find a particular purpose. This is how I'm going to approach the issue. So you're going to find a particular purpose, whether a purpose to love your partner, whether a purpose to to push forward in a current career path, whether a purpose to establish some kind of an entity, for example, or a business, whatever, you're going to find a purpose, which is going to be a super substantial for you. I mean, it's going to work like a glue within the aspects of your life, making everything fits perfectly and makes perfect sense. The issue, not everyone is going to be very happy with your newfound purpose, so to speak, and there are going to be those that are going to attempt to ruin it for you. But fortunately for you, Leo, no one is going to be able to do a damn thing about it. Okay, no one is going to be able to do a damn thing about it. And some tough choices you will have to make throughout this week when it comes to exactly that, the human interactions, whom to trust, whom not to, okay? And you must be wise and dwell upon your intelligence rather than upon your emotions into the upcoming week. But suffice to say here, you are about to see the light at the end of the tunnel, whether love-wise or whether relationship-wise. And it's highly advisable that you should follow it for one or another reason, because that could very well be, okay, for example, a type of person that you have always waited to date and to make family with, and you find purpose for your love life, the light at the end of the tunnel. And, you know, your current suitors ain't going to be happy from it, but they won't be able to do a damn thing about it unless kind of like ruin your mood or anything like that. Okay, that was Leo. Moving next, Virgo. The Moon, the Sun, and the Hermit. So fortunately and unfortunately, that's going to be a week where things are going to be out of your hand. And this Sun and the Moon, where the Sun is a secondary card to it, I don't like this elemental dignity because it shows a desperate strive to make it under your control, right? To make it fit to the best of your liking. And that is not supposed to happen here. You are supposed to fit with the universe rather than to fit the universe according to your liking. However, things getting out of your control is not going to be a bad thing, because according at least to these cards, first of all, only important aspects are going to take place throughout the week. Important events, important decisions, important choices, important conversations, for example, which are going to pave a way. Now, that's going to be a week where if you have that question, am I on the right path in my life? Am I following my purpose in life? That's going to be the week where you are setting foot down that path, right? You are setting foot on the right path for yourself. And that's why things are going to be out of your control, because you aren't supposed to change that. And as much as I hate, you know, for example, to have conditions where our free will is taken away, that's going to be a week where, in regards to this path, you will not going to have much of a free will by yourself. And as a consequence of all that, you're just going to feel, how can I put it into words, emotionally insecure for the well-being of your future. But rest assured here, it does look like that you are heading in a really, really good direction, even if it doesn't look like that way, and even if you do not believe it at that point. All right, next, Libra. King of Cups, Six of Swords, Temperance. It's a proposal that is gonna soften some kind of transition, for lack of better words, or is gonna soften the impact or the consequences should you have to have it your way moving forward. Okay, because we all know everything in this life has to be paid at some point. The bill comes about, and your bill is going to be softened. So this proposal is going to be super professionally delivered, in a sense of that it's not going to look like a charity or like a pity, right? It's going to be proposed in such a way that you will have the confidence that it is because you deserve it and it is because you have been owed that thing. And therefore, there will be no reason for you to deny it, because you can only win from that proposal, whether for a job, whether for a relationship, whether for some kind of an event. But you are about to be invited, you are about to be proposed something, and hopefully you do not stray away from it, because truly is going to make very easy transition from the situation you are in right now into a situation where you wish to be at in the future. Okay, next, Scorpio. Pecha, five of cups. Sorry, I start running Bulgarian here. Next one, Knights of Wands. And the third one, that's going to be the Five of Wands. Now give me a moment. Well, hello, Sam. Well, the good thing about this reading, guys, it is that no matter what happens, Scorpio is going to end up always on top. Now, the question is which path we're going to take in order to get on top. One is the path of acceptance, okay? We accept that we said certain things, we accept that we did certain things, or we accept that we made some choices, and we swallow our pride, admit, for example, wrongdoing or whatever, right? Because whatever consequences that are following those steps we took that are making us being disappointed right now, experiencing some kind of a losses or a mood sway, so and whatnot, they're just temporary things, because what we did was actually necessary. Or the second path is a path of resistance. This within this week, there are going to be many instances through which we will be able to get the upper hand. For example, on the conflict, for example, on the dispute, right? Or for example, on the person through a leverage. Because yes, we did something wrong, but we are people, and that's what we do. So the other side also did certain things wrong or said certain things wrong, okay? And we can use that against them as a leverage. That is the second path that we can take, right? But this path, it's going to, how can I put it into words? It's going to put a strain on the future positive development. So that is how we can, so that is something we have to think about throughout this week, whether we are gonna kind of like buckle up and go through unpleasant experiences, so to speak, experiences of a disappointment and whatnot, in favor of a better development into the future, or we are going to strive toward a current fulfillment, so to speak, but putting a strain on a better development into the future. So short-term prospect or a long-term prospect. The choice is ours, and hopefully we all make the one that we are not going to regret moving forward. Okay, next, Sagittarius. Ten of Swords. Three of Wands. Wow. King of Pentacles. Wow. Probably it's going to be better if I do explain that with with an example, where say you are good at your work, but you have grown sick of it. Okay, doing the same things over and over again, not being presented any challenge, not being presented any prospect for further growth, and so on and so forth. And that's gonna be the week where that is uh, this influence is gonna hit you super hard. That you gotta do something about that. You gotta make a challenge for yourself, whether at the place you are at, or if you aren't allowed to do it there, somewhere else. So this is gonna be a week of a very radical choices and very radical actions, which you will not gonna have a chance to go back from. Okay, for example, you quit a job, you can't go back to that job anymore. You quit a relationship because you want something more, you can't get back with that person anymore, at least not into the near future. And the reason for that, as again, it is because you simply will outgrow it. Okay, you are gonna outgrow the current state you are in, and you will simply want to further growth, which is one of the purposes of life. The only thing that is concerning within the reading, it is that you can do it a bit. How can I put it into words? I will say it that way rather than it needs to be. Okay, a bit more volatile than it needs to be. This is how you can make that particular severance. But what I think that is going to happen is that you're going to wake up one day, or something is going to take place as an event, and you're going to say to yourself, I need more. And you're going to take an action into that direction, because you are going to know what needs to be done in order to get more. And there will be no going back from it. It's going to be like a snowball. You throw it down the slope, and no one can stop it, not even you. Okay, so next, Capricorn. Two of Pentacles, the Lovers, Four of Cups. It's a clearance. It's a clearance of what is needed for Capricorn. That's going to be the week where it will become completely clear, okay, what is needed in order, for example, to get the job done. Clearance, what is needed in order to make the relationship move forward. Clearance, what is needed to make the household move, and so on and so forth. Now, that's just only the clearance. Whether you are gonna take it up on its offer, whether you're gonna take up on it and make it happen, make it true, that is entirely up to you. What I need to tell you here, though, is in order to incorporate that clearance or that reveal, so to speak, and align it with yourself, it will take some mental effort. What I mean is that it's not going to be exactly what you have expected and what you initially are 100% agreed with. Right? So it's going to take a bit of a brainstorming. So before you render your verdict, whether saying, yeah, that is something I can do, or you're saying that's bullshit, okay, take a bit of time to think about it, because it truly is going to take some mental alignment, so to speak, in order to incorporate that clearance with your current plans, or that new concept, so to speak, with your current concepts and with your current plans. Okay, next, that's going to be Aquarius. All right, first one, Seven of Wands. Second, Five of Pentacles. And third, that's going to be the Hierophant. You will end up having something that fits you, Aquarius. Some kind of a situation that fits you, some kind of a person that fits you, and that is going to come on a clutch time where very often when we are in such a position, we humans are in such a position, we start thinking about making some personal changes within our lifestyle, changes within our, for example, social development, social circles, and so on and so forth. And it comes in that clutch time, showing us that actually there is a spot under the sun for us. Okay, the sun can actually start shining even on our street. It's gonna feel alien though. Okay, it's gonna feel alien in a sense of that. I put it into words. We, and I'm saying we because I'm rising Aquarius as well, we're going to find it a bit difficult to believe that that is actually possible to carry on in the future for a long run. Whether the friendship with that person which befits us, whether the intimacy with that person that befits us, or that the situation that we are making money from that befits us, is going to carry on for longer than just, a few weeks, or even, if you will, a few months. And we are going to be right with that. This is a stalemate. That is more like a delay from inevitable change in our lifestyle that comes up. But for now, if we as the Aquarius, we aren't feeling comfortable with changing our lifestyles, for example, the time isn't right, we do have many other concerns, many other difficulties that we need to take care of right now, that's going to be a breather, All right, that's going to be a respite from this process, at least for a few weeks, or if you will, for a year or two as well. All right, and last but not least, we have Pisces. A rocket ship. Now it's a delve. It's a it's an not an urn, it's delve, I believe it's called, that it is pouring water. It's not a rocket ship. Pisces. Oops. The Empress. Eight of Swords. The Moon. It's an option for Pisces, which only gonna make things worse. What I mean, guys, it is that whether a week ago, couple of weeks ago, or even a year ago, if you it's vase, all right, or even, you know, a year ago, something has been cast in stones. What I mean is that you made a plan, you gave a word, you made a decision, whatever the case. And now that's going to be the week where you are going to be given a different option available. It will sound appealing, that different option available, and it's only going to make things worse for you, right? It's simply going to make things go unpredictable. I don't want to say out of control, but it's going to make things unpredictable and much more volatile than they need to be from the plan that you do have, whether with your partner in life, whether with your business partner, or for developing your career growth, if you will. And that is a week where it's going to benefit you greatly if you take some break. You take some break from work, you take some break from social interactions, if you will, take some break from your spouse as well. That's going to benefit you greatly, because taking up a break, according to these cards, will allow you to tame your emotions, and this temptation that you may have to take different routes than those initially planned. And on top of that, will help you to see a situation objectively and convince yourself, or rather regain back the conviction that you actually chose right back in the days, and now it's going to be foolish to have a change of heart. And so that was for Pisces, and that's going to be for the 12th, for the week. And now going for the super chat here, first one, just let me shuffle the cards. All right, News Devon, what do I need to be aware of? Those are the cards for you, News Devon. Just give me a second here. Those are cards. One of the things it is that you can do better, like you can do more And that is usually relating to, how can I put it into words? To some limits which had been bestowed, or you have an impression that they are there. What I mean is that these could be limits that you have on yourself, not believing that you can do one thing, but you actually can do it. You need to be aware of it is that this is going to be a tremendous week for you to make negotiations, actually make your points across, and also enforce your conditions. And it's going to be a tremendous week to boost your personal standing and sovereignty in your career, and as well in your relationship. And for Christina, your week, 7 of Swords is the card for your week, Christina. That card shows that this is a week where it's more of a guidance, Christina, rather than something that actually is going to happen to you. And that is a week where you will, or you should actually start thinking more about yourself than anyone else. Because within this week, you're going to see that if you don't do something about your own happiness, right? If you don't do something about your own progress, no one else is going to, because that's going to be the week of the tug of war. Everyone is going to pull toward themselves. So it's highly advisable that you do so as well. That is a great week for you to ask for what you have been owed, like money that have been owed, that favors that have been owed, right? And that is a week where you do not step back. That is a week where you show strong backbone, you stand your ground, and you push with everything you got, storm the situations in front of you in order to have it your way and to enforce your agenda. You're welcome, News Devon. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you do enjoyed it. And we may see each other around in Thursday, for example, because that's gonna be where the other live is gonna take place. Until then, bye.